things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Detroit Tigers.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Harold Reynolds will be the next to bat. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Pittsburgh, second baseman Harold.
Here comes the first pitch. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike 1, and a new season of baseball is underway. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Just a touch outside, 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon. Martin Prado now. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gives more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Line down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
In there, and it's 0-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Chasing after it is Taylor. And that retires the side. Down in order go the Pirates. And now the Tigers will get their first opportunity. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Vero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
Here's the first pitch to him. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Feller is known to have exceptional stuff. His strikeout numbers are eye-popping, but at times he does get himself in hot water with the base on balls.
Matty V, the stuff has never been a question with this guy. It's been about containing the stuff and having command of the strike zone. He has really good strikeout pitches. The problem is he'll get ball one, he'll get ball two, and he sometimes isn't really in attack mode, and that leads him to walking a lot of batters.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Michael Taylor becomes the second out of the bottom of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is pulled into right. Perez is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Gary Sanchez. He'll get us started in the top of the second. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Machado now on 0-1. Slider's in for a strike.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Manny Machado is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning. Standing in now, Larry Doby. They still wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now a foul tip held onto behind the plate. It's strike 3, and that ends the inning. Next for the Tigers, Orlando Cepeda, set to lead off the home half of the second.
Orlando Cepeda.
On the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting first, left fielder.
Next up is the Hall of Famer Jim Rice. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Shot toward right center. That's a hit. The first of the new campaign for Detroit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Jim Rice has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congrats.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Back goes Martinez at the track. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Off the bat, it looked like that might bring their first run of the game across. But those hopes ended quickly when it hopped over the wall. Everyone gets 2 bases on a ground rule double, so the runner from first is forced to stay at third, and the next guy is going to have to be the one to put them on the board.
And a curveball that time that broke too low. Rice, the runner at third. Lamb at second with 1 away. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A three-run shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead.
Now that one is definitely worth looking at again with our show track technology. It had plenty of distance to get out of the park, and you can see why when it's hit at 115 miles an hour. That's not something you see every day.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal.
Loud contact there, but it's well foul.
Three runs already home here. High in the air out to center field. Doby is there, 2 gone.
Batting ninth, designated hitter.
Next up for Detroit, Wilmer Flores. They're trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Doby has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But not before 3 cross the plate for the Tigers on the strength of this 3-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 Tigers. Next for the Buccos, Eric Karros. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First delivery to him on the way. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Eric Karros becomes the first out of the inning.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Into the box now, Hernan Perez. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings, 6 in a row, and the inning is over. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Matt Vasgersian back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and starting out the inning, the exciting speedster Trey Turner. First pitch coming. Here it is. Soft liner towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
In now, Michael Taylor, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. And the runner will get back standing. A bouncer up the middle. The second for 1, on to first, and they get the double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, and that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Here comes the first pitch. Down the first baseline. Karros fields it cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Tigers, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Harold Reynolds back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Flipped out the other way towards short. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. Stepping in now, Martin Prado.
as he sends it on the ground to first.
Cepeda moving to his right, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, J.D.
Ready for another chance. J.D. Martinez flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, wow, that's what they call it. Jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
And he is out on the tag. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They trail in this one 3-0. Striding in once again, Orlando Cepeda. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
High in the air out to center field. Doby has it in his tracks. 1 down.
Now batting,
Digging in to try it again, Jim Rice. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And now the second pitch of the inning is hit in the air to center. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
third baseman,
Coming to the plate now, Jake Lamb. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Right side and right into the shift. Teros gloves it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Again, a 1-2. And another foul ball. Grounded back up the middle, or a reaching try as he knocks it down, and they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Hey, listen, D-Roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single, and hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack per se, Dan, in this one. I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
Scherzer comes set. First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Sanchez aboard here at first with nobody out. Shot back to the mound. Can they turn it? One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
now batting,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Larry Doby was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And He struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
To the left side, but it's well foul. The next 0-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Pirates leave one. They trail it here 3-0. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Will Myers. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and oh my, hit him with the height. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot here off the bat of Will Myers. His second home run of the game as the Tigers have opened it up even further. It's now 4-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. This one is smashed down the right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's going to be back-to-back home runs. A solo shot down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Tigers add on. It's now up 5-0 score.
Wow, back-to-back to start the inning. Talk about putting a pitcher on notice. On the mound, you almost have to completely forget about those and try to convince yourself you're starting the inning over fresh. No one on, no one out.
Into the box, Wilmer Flores. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Trey Turner. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat. Hit on the ground toward the left. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Now a throw over, runner back standing. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. First pitch coming, here it is. Runner goes. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Ready for another shot now, Daniel Murphy. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to second. Reynolds braves it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Stepping in, Zach Kozart will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Myers is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Hernan Perez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Felt high and right down the middle for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Harold Reynolds will be the next to bat. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Harold Reynolds has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
The 2-0 on the way. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Pitch is popped up. Cepeda shading to his right, and that ends the inning. 1 left. Ready once again, Orlando Cepeda. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Orlando Cepeda.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. He gets under it and makes the catch in the deep part of the field. Next up is the Hall of Famer Jim Rice. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Hit hard on the ground to second. Reynolds scoops it up. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Kurt Lamb.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Line to the right side. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire. Ready for another chance? J.D. Martinez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. J.D. Martinez is retired to start out the 7th. Hot shot down the line. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tack.
Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout. And the hook's coming with him, as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. Joe Biagini is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Biagini, a right-hander going 6'5". He was a 20th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Sanchez, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Larry Doby. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Pirates lead.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates.
Will Myers will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game, as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning, as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. The windup and the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. But this will be run down out there in the alley. A good jump out there in center that time, and there's 1 away. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Yasmani Grandal comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. High in the air out to center field. Doby is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wilmer Flores. He was a ground out victim last time up. A ball and no strikes. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Hit hard to short. Machado is there. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Digging in once again, Eric Karros, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit down the 3rd baseline. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. Riding in once again, Zach Kozar. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Not even close on that swing. No balls in the strike.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Ready for another shot now. They're none. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And a curveball taken for strike 2. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Bucks. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now.
For the Tigers, the shortstop,
Here's the first pitch to him.
Turner.
Line towards center field. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. So a good start to the inning for the Tigers as their leadoff hitters on base.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. Runner's back. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Second baseman,
Here's Daniel Murphy now.
Murphy.
He's set, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Doby. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Next up for Detroit, Orlando Cepeda. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, and he rockets this one down the left field line. And it's off the wall in front of the bullpen. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Orlando Cepeda has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Perez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Harold Reynolds will be the next to bat.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, second baseman, Harold Reynolds.
Lee Smith takes the mound here. Not a safe situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Another 0-2 home. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Martin Prado. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Max Scherzer in line for the victory, barring a late collapse here. Line drive to center field. Taylor is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
6-0 the final shutout score today. Detroit took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Max Scherzer earns his first win of the season as he struck out 13 in this one. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Our team attendance at Comerica Park is discriminated. Our cover of 40,000. The Tigers thank you for attending today's game. And remind you to walk along and drive home safely.